trying to mess with my mind. If you won't stay here, then I will. Can't read between all your lines. Won't you tell me, how does it feel? Tell me, how's it feel?
Yeah, this is a test.
Tell me, how's it feel? Tell me, how's it feel? Splitting me right in half. I guess you got what you wanted. Just tell me. Not one for giving you up, and sure as hell do you know it. Stop trying to mess with my mind. If you won't stay here, then I will. Can't read between all your lines. Won't you tell me, how does it feel? Tell me, how's it feel? Just tell me how you feel. Tell me, how's it feel? Tell me, how does it feel? Tell me, how's it feel? Tell me, how does it feel? Tell me
Take it all back. Running back time won't make things sure. Time is a lie, I know that. And love isn't all I know that. Spend all the time trying to forget you. Spend every night on my mind trying to get you. People are hard, I know that. And love is just scarred, I know that. I don't know what it feels like you. Niggas in the hall sounds like you too. I'm stuck with talking walls all night. I'm cursed. Baby, I need to tell me you hurt me. Tell me I'm not going crazy. All day, whenever I say you give me, baby, I'm right. Tell you the story. What's one? You're in the process. Morning. All of the days you told me. All of the water wash away on the surface. At the bottom of the bottle, you can find me. I'm trying to get down. This we're getting way too low. Kills me, but I can't have you remember. Shit on feels like you. Never in the hall sounds like you too. I'm still talking all night. I'm first, baby, I need. Tell me you hate me. Tell me I'm not gonna whenever I say me, baby, I perfect story. What's wrong? You're ready for this morning. For all of the days you told me. It's like my favorite song going round round my head. Like my favorite song going round round my head. 5 days in the freeway, riding shotgun with you. 2 hearts in the fast lane, we had big dreams in blue. Playing sweet child of mine, and I still feel that line. Where are you now? Where are you now? Hey, It's been too long ago, my love. Where did it go wrong? Too late to turn around. Where are you now? Where are you now? Hey, it's been too long. You're just like my favorite song going round, round my head. Like my favorite song going round, round my head. You're just like my favorite song going round, round my head. Like my favorite song going round, round my head. Hey, it's been too long. Some days I can feel it, but the feeling ain't all blue. You got me believing one day you gotta come through. Lost in these city lights, 'cause I can't sleep tonight. Where are you now? Where are you now? Hey, it's been too long ago, my love. Where did we go wrong? Too late to turn around. Where are you now? Where are you now? Hey, it's been too long. You're just like my favorite song going round, round my head. Like my favorite song going round, round my head. You're just like my favorite song going round, round my head. I'm not. Like my favorite song going round, round my head. Good morning, everybody. If we have any of the race judges, if we could get you right up here in front, we would be happy for that. Thank you. Yep, you're perfect. Most. Hello. So.
If you have the
I hear the song is ending, but I don't. So,
Sit right here, that would be great. There's two more right here. There you are. Anywhere on this table would be great.
Stay until the morning comes. Will you be with?
Link and everything ready to go?
Yep.
When I'm
Yeah, we'll be over here with that.
catch me
Have it?
before I hit the
Yep.
ground.
Nope.
Oh, when I come down,
No, it's okay. Nope, neither one. Okay.
will you be with?
Yeah. My colleague will be over here.
Before I hit the ground. Tonight the world is spinning, a miracle we met. I like to overthink it, feelings I've never felt. I got a lot of pain, things I need to leave alone. Need to leave alone. Scared to let it out, scared to let it go. I don't wanna fight all of this no more. No, we'll be alright, no, we'll have it all. I know. When I calm down, will you be waiting around? When I'm falling, will you catch me before I hit the ground? Oh, when I calm down, will you be waiting around? When I'm falling, baby, catch me before I hit the ground.
You're gonna need a microphone? There you go. All yours. It's already on. I'm gonna leave. Are you ready?
My mouth is dry, I need a rest. Got this pain deep in my chest, and I'm calling for you for my agree, my man. When I dream, I start to get, and I'm calling for you, for you. But you don't say nothing. But you can't be fine. You know that I'm wanting. Yeah, no, you don't say nothing. Hanging me out to dry. Do you know that I'm wanting? Yeah, no. Say no, say no. Say no, say no. If you lie every time when I'm mine, I don't know. Give me trust, give me hope. String it on. I close the door in my head, thinking for holding that. I'm calling for you, for you. But you don't say nothing. You can't be fine.
Das stimmt.
Ja. The sky is a friend, but you don't know me. For you, I'm no more than a throwaway. I still moving time and you're smoking me. The words you're using nobody around. I sell my charm just to pay my rent. How far will I go? I've been wondering. Girl, I'm out of touch with reality. And look for someone else in the start to be. Just for
Yeah, but when I it's not the one that's rolling, and that's the take the one that's
just for just for a moment. Silence, just for a moment. Silence, just for a moment. Just for a moment. Lost in the moment. Silence, just for a moment. Silence, just for a moment. Just for a moment.
Jetzt frage ich mich so ein bisschen. Wo tun wir die hin? Also wir brauchen ja 10 Minuten oder Bitte? Nee, ich mache. Aber können wir dann 2 runterrollen? Oder gehen die alle nur einfach hoch? Oder ich frage mal. Lass 3 in der Mitte einfach stehen. Und dann stellen sich Alba und Antonia recht.
I'll go anywhere with you. For you to do for me and I. They made it deep into your sky. On my head, my baby fly. So high and more than you see. Take it up. Good morning, everyone. Morning, inactive students. How are you guys feeling today? Are you excited? Are you sure? Because I can't hear you guys make enough noise for me. That's more like it. That is more like it. Welcome to the race to feed the planet. My name is Tinoda and I am going to be your host this morning. I believe we'll have all our teams present, all our judges are here so that we get to see the exciting projects that you guys have been doing and thriving towards ensuring that we have zero hunger. How many of us have eaten this morning? Can you please show by raise of hands? How many of us are hungry now? Of those that are hungry, how many of us would want to eat right now? So you can see everybody considers food to be so important before they start their day. So you can imagine how many other people are unfortunate in this life that we live in, that they don't even have access to at least a decent meal per day. Which is why this race is very critical and important for us, because it looks at addressing just that. In this race, top teams around the world showcase strategies and innovation to tackle food insecurity through plant-based agriculture, products, and enterprises. Last year alone, believe it or not, inactive students addressed the issue of hunger and made an impact of over 1 million people. I think we deserve a hand for that, right, guys? It's absolutely amazing. Now, the students that are going to be showcasing their projects here today, they have made great impact
towards addressing sustainable goals number 2 and 3, which mainly look at eradicating hunger, decreasing food insecurity, improving sustainable agriculture, ensuring that there is great nutrition everywhere we go. And the most important things about this team is their impact. They were in a pool of over 53 entries. They made it to the top 4 across 16 countries around the world, which means whatever it is that you guys are doing here today is amazing and your impact can really be shown. Let's clap hands for ourselves for that impact, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm hoping because you've seen how important the work you're doing right now is, I'm hoping that we've all shaken off their nerves and are ready to present to us what you've done. Remember, at the end of the day, we all win. Is that right? Okay, great. Now, without further ado, allow me to call upon the competition manager for this round, who is Jenna, so that she can give us a few do's and don'ts, the rules of engagement for this competition, and we get right straight into it. Please, let's give Jenna a round of applause as she comes up.
Hello. I'm Jenna Lee Dubill. I'm a research analyst for Enactus Global, and I will be serving as your competition manager today. I would like to just take a minute to remind you of a few things before we get started today. Each of you must be present during the entire presentation made by each team in order for your votes to be counted. Please make sure you are able to access the platform using the link and code provided in your email. Identify yourself immediately if you do not have the link or the code. I think we're all good. All individual team evaluations and results from today's competition are to be kept completely confidential. The teams will receive your qualitative feedback to reflect on how to continue improving the impact of their programs. We recognize that you will be using your personal devices to judge the student presentations. We kindly ask you to mute your devices to put them on silent mode. We also kindly request that your focus remains on our student presentations during your time here with us today. So what happens when a team presents virtually using a pre-recorded video and join virtually live for Q&A? In this case, as with teams presenting live, they will only have 4 minutes for the Q&A. Should we lose them due to poor internet connectivity, audio, or any other reason, we will not restart their time. The clock will continue to move until their 4 minutes are up. Should they rejoin within this time, the judges are welcome to continue the questioning until the 4 minutes are up. We request everyone to maintain silence and remain patient as we wait for the team. Now today we will have 2 in-person teams and 2 virtual teams, 6 in-person judges and 1 virtual judge. And with that, I will hand it back.
Thank you so much, Jenna, for that. Now we are going to begin the competition and witness the amazing impact different teams are going to present to us today. So without further ado, judges, everyone in this room, please help me welcome Enactus University of Cologne all the way from Germany.
Check.
You will have 2 minutes of setup, 5 minutes for your presentation, and 4 minutes for the question and answer session.
Okay. Yes, so give it another round of applause for University of Cologne. Thank you very much. You may now please receive your seatbelts. We're going to start in just a minute.
Hallo?
Hallo, hallo. Do this.
Enactus University of Cologne, you may begin your presentation.
We are Save the Grain. My name is Antonia, and together with Alba, we will show you how we preserved over 44,000 meals this year by taking responsibility to increase efficiency in the food supply chain and disrupt market structures.
We started in Togo, where we were approached by Komi. His village is faced with a truly unfair situation of exploitation, poverty, and hunger. The farmers work hard on their field, but at the end of the harvest season, they can't make a living nor feed their family. Together with locals and experts, we analyzed that in sub-Saharan Africa, 50% of the food in the food supply chain is lost due to inefficiencies.
We concluded 3 main issues. First, 30% of the harvest is lost indirectly in the field due to poor quality seeds and inefficient tilling, caused by a lack in farming education. Second, another 20% of the harvest is lost directly as post-harvest loss due to insufficient drying and storing opportunities. As a result, many farmers need to sell their crop immediately, which results in a huge market price drop with an average of 20% for a few weeks a year. The pressure to sell causes the third problem, the strong dependence on middlemen traders who control the access to the market and push prices down even further, resulting in a vicious cycle of dependence, poverty, and hunger. We understood it's not about producing more food, it's about producing more efficiently. We shared our insights in Komi's community. Our mission was formed: break the vicious cycle.
We did. We founded a holistic working enterprise solving all issues, resulting in farmers' economic independence. To solve the first problem, we connect the farmers with pre-selected local training centers to secure high-quality agricultural education. To address the second problem, we developed an innovative technology, a solar-powered, affordable, and easy-to-build dryer. The sun heats the air inside the collector, which causes a convection flow through the drying chamber and out the chimney. This causes warm air to flow through the harvest, which dries it effectively.
Now we still had to ensure optimum storage, as simple as smart intervention. We provide the farmers with pesticide-free and hermetically sealable bags. Now the crop can be stored for up to 2 years. This new flexibility makes it possible to sell the crop at optimal prices. To solve the third problem and further strengthen farmers' position, we unite the farmers into cooperatives. Together, they have high credit score, get discounts, and bypass the middleman through direct market access. Through this holistic concept of education, technical, and business innovation, we are able to disrupt the market.
But let's get back to business. The price for one dryer is $2,500. Our profit for each dryer is $400. The dryer is designed to be used by 10 farmers. This means every farmer has to pay $250. To make it accessible to the farmers, the dryer will be financed over 5 years to an annual rate of $50. Additionally, a 5% commission of the generated revenue will cover operational and further expansions of Save the Grain.
And the benefit for one farmer? Training courses, reduction of post-harvest loss, flexible sales, an improved market position and discounts. Huge advantages. This will increase the farmer's harvest by 50% and double their annual profit. But listen to Komi, our project initiator.
Werden wir helfen, dass sie Reserve zur Verfügung haben. Und mit dieser Reserve können sie entweder Geld verdienen oder Essen zurückbekommen.
We are so proud. This is what we did in Komi's village, empowering 13 farmers and their families to date.
This spring, we expanded further north to Guinea-Bissau, where we built our second optimized solar dryer. It works 10 times more efficiently than the first dryer and preserve 74,000 meals every year. But our journey has just begun. We generated $7,000 by winning multiple awards. We were approached by ministries, investors, and NGOs. The demand is there. Through securing 7 long-term partnerships, we will build 24 more dryers, empower 240 farmers, and preserve 1.7 million meals in the next year.
Started in Komi's village, we are proud to present to you our holistic working enterprise, Save the Grain. Join us on our mission. Let's feed the planet.
Let's do this.
Thank you very much. We may take our seats. The presentation has now ended. Judges, you may ask your questions.
Fabulous presentation. Thank you. Has the project been running for some time? And if so, how long? And can you really define for us what you achieved in this fiscal year?
So this year we built the one dryer in Guinea-Bissau, which is mainly used for testing reasons. But at the same time, the dryer in Togo is still operating with the 13 farmers in the cooperation. So this year we empowered 14 farmers and helped them dry their harvest. So we preserved 44,000 meals and operated or generated $18,000 of income for the farmers.
Great presentation, thank you. At the beginning of the presentation, you mentioned that 50% of the food crop harvest for sub-Saharan Africa was lost. How did you come to that statistic?
How did we get these numbers, you say? The first part is the pre-harvest loss, which means the gap between the potential harvest or the potential yield and the actual yield. And we have studies from McKinsey, which say that the gap is even more, but they calculate that you can close this gap by infrastructure and education. And just the education part is about 30%. And the post-harvest loss, the 20%, are just studies from the FAO.
Hi, so the ability for you guys to scale is determined by the production of your dryer, and just curious about any potential supply chain issues and what your next 24 months looks like in terms of dryer production.
As we said on the presentation, we will set up 24 dryers in the next year and establish the associated cooperatives. And in the year after, we plan with 60 more dryers. So all in all, about 80 dryers in the next year, in the next 2 years.
Feel free to ask other questions.
Really like your written submission materials, but just a question because I'm curious. You said communication at the eye level was key, and that only different but complementary perspectives can lead to a holistic solution. That sounds like group dynamics. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so about the communication.
Thank you very much. Your time is expired. Ladies and gentlemen, help me thank Enactus University of Cologne.
Thank you. Yes.
Just as a reminder, as the presentations are going on, you are not allowed to enter or leave the room. As the presentations have started, you will not be allowed to enter or leave the room. Next up is the finalist team from UFPA Altamira, Brazil. You will have 2 minutes for setup, 5 minutes for presentation, and 4 minutes for question and answer.
Oh, okay. Hi, guys. My name is Emerson. I'm from Altamira, in the center of Amazon. This is my first time abroad, so I'm a little bit nervous because English is not my first language, but I'll try to do my best for you. So I hope you enjoy the presentation and my project too with my friends. Unfortunately, a friend of mine couldn't be here because she was sick, but I hope I could represent our team here alone, but you know. These beautiful places where I live.
You begin your presentation.
Okay. Few places around the world are as vital for the survival of humanity as the Amazon rainforest, home for over 40 million indigenous persons that rely on forest to river to obtain their daily food. And they aren't the only ones, because in fact, 92% of the Amazon's entire population eats freshwater fish almost every day. However, when students of our university analyzed these rivers, they found out something terrible. 80% of the fish we eat is contaminated by microplastic. We conduct a needs assessment and found out that one of the main causes for all this microplastic is unsustainable practice and family-based agriculture. Also, Altamira, our city, is one of the region's largest producers of seedling, producing more than 100,000 slicks of seedlings per year. Our field research with small-scale products revealed that after they plant the seedlings, 90% of this plastic bag are disposed of in a correct way and end up in the rivers that contaminate the fishes that end up in the plates of the rivers communities. And that is completely terrible. But as dwellers of the biggest rainforest of the planet, we couldn't be quiet. And that's why we wondered, what if you have a reusable solution for transport the plant seedlings? And what if you sold it and use it to produce safe and healthy food on Amazon? These questions may be complex, but the answer certainly isn't. And our answer is EcoXingu. EcoXingu is a social business and technology based on the principles of circular economy. reusing PET bottles to produce the eco tubs, a product used to support and condition seedlings. Our product works like this. First, we collect the discard PET bottles. Then we wash, cut, and pen them. Next, we can start the production of a seedling in these reusable containers. We are also organizing environmental education campaigns along with our recycling partners to obtain even more PET bottles. So when we reuse these PET bottles, we avoid the production of a new plastic, contributing to the reduction of emission of CO2 and the consumption of water and energy during its production. Farmers also benefit from the lower cost and better quality of work because compared to plastic bags, our product uses 72% less substrate in the containers. Also provides better economic conditions for the farmers. Of course, this is entirely reusable. So with the support of some companies as Cargill and Sumitomo Chemicals Starting Capital, we could validate our product in 4 different plant cultures. And with the investment of $300, we could reactivate the Ramal da Floresta seedling nursery. And now it has the capacity for producing 3,500 seedlings at a time. So at Eco Xingu, we also work with the SDGs 2, 12, and 14. And our work has been recognized by United Nations as good practice in SDG implementation worldwide. We are carrying out environmental education campaigns and awareness actions through the collection of improperly discarded PET bottles in areas and parks in order to promote debates on social, cultural, and sustainability issues. We are sharing insights with other young groups in our city, and our actions go beyond our immediate community, reaching other inactive teams and find support across the country. So this shows us the potential of Eco Xingu and what you can achieve. So our plan is to expand the impact of Eco Xingu for another municipalities in the Amazon region. This way, we can reduce the disposal and burning of these plastic waste and farmers, contributing to a more responsible agriculture. So we are Inactos UFPA Altamira, a team in the heart of the biggest rainforest of the planet. And with our passion, collaboration, and innovation, we are acting locally and think globally for a fairer and more sustainable Amazon. Thank you so much.
The presentation has now ended. We now begin the question and answer session. Judges, if you have any questions.
Hi, excellent job.
Thank you.
Could you please be more specific on the way or the plan that you have to collect all the bottles in the Amazon area?
Okay. At first, we are working in our city, because is where we live. So we organize environmental education campaigns along with some young groups in our city. We have something there, and so then we made like a monthly, collect of these PET bottles from the beach that we have in there, and we do this kind of stuff. And also we collect another types of discarded things, stuff like that, and the bottles that we collect, we wash, cut, and pen them. But of course, our plan is to expand it for the other places in Amazon region because it's so big. There is so many municipalities in there. I hope I answered your question. Thank you.
We have a question from our virtual judge. I will read it as is. Congratulations to the team. I have a question about how the food source that is produced can scale to support hunger needs in the location. What is the size of the hunger issue here?
Okay, I think I understand. So, at first, we are producing seedlings from some native plants that we have in there, like acai berry. That is so basic for us because we eat acai every day. And so we are trying to produce this kind of food first because everybody, it can provide a lot of nutrition. It can be a nutrition meal for, for everyone that have hunger or something like that. And also there are some farmers in our city that they don't even have, something to eat. And if we work with these communities in there, we can, you know, help them to plant because they don't have even money to buy like plastic bags to do the seedlings, you know. And our product, you can do this without spending a lot of the money. So I hope I have answered the question.
What a great idea and presentation. Thank you. Are the bottles themselves reusable once you've used them to make your seedlings?
Can you repeat? I didn't understand.
You've created bottles to place the earth to make your seedlings. Do the bottles actually get planted, or does
No,
the
no.
seedling come out and can you reuse the bottle again?
I get your question. No, the bottle is reusable. It's like a tub, you know, that you can replant after you put the seedling there and this grow enough to put in the soil. You can retire the seedling and plant in the soil, and then you can reuse the bottle again. So it's, of course, it's really good, you know, because you don't have to dispose of it again. So I hope I have answered your question. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
presentation. Are the plastic bottles the only plastics that you're recycling in this process, in this project?
Can you repeat?
Are the bottles the only plastics that you are currently recycling for this project?
At this moment, yes, you know, we are trying to deal with the big ones. I think the time is end. Thank you.
Your time has expired. Thank you very much for your presentation. May we please clap hands for?
So we should communicate that to the judges.
Okay. Okay.
3 minutes gone.
We will communicate to the judges and just let them approach it.
We want to. So just we're sticking at 3 minutes. Let's do a minute and a half. You should make that.
What's wrong? What's wrong? We apologize for the short delay. When we had our first presentation, we had a technical issue and the team that presented got 3 minutes instead of 4 minutes for their question and answer session. As a result, to make the competition fair, all the preceding teams will be getting 3 minutes instead of 4 minutes for the question and answer session. We will now proceed with the competition. And now the finalist team from Delhi College of Arts and Commerce. They will be presenting virtually.
Green abundance that once looked like it was winning the war on starvation is now heading towards disaster. Despite being the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world, India stands as low as 97th in Oxfam's Food Availability Index, 101st in the 2021 Global Hunger Index. So where does the problem lie?
Upon extensive research, our team discovered the plague of post-harvest losses. Post-harvest losses refer to the losses taking place after harvesting, but before final consumption, the primary cause of which is lack of proper storage and transportation facilities. This amounts to agricultural losses worth $11.3 billion per year, a figure close to 40% of India's produce. If these losses were prevented, 500 million people could be fed at a meager 60 cents per day. Determined to find a solution, we conducted need assessment surveys in farming communities in and around the national capital of India, Delhi. Here, we learned that the farmers were being forced into distress selling due to the lack of affordable and user-friendly storages.
Identifying this glaring gap in the market, we initiated Project Zaraat. Zaraat aims to minimize post-harvest losses by providing a portable storage solution and enhancing forward linkages through a self-sustaining social enterprise.
In association with our storage partner, TAN90, we innovated a 661 pounds capacity portable storage, which extends the shelf life of the produce by up to 7 days. Working on the principle of evaporative cooling, the stainless steel structure is wrapped with a highly absorbent nylon cloth, which goes into the water tank mounted on top of the storage, thereby creating a microclimate.
The storage maintains a lower temperature inside, ensures the right amount of humidity, and contains ethylene scrubbers which slow down the ripening process. To further enhance our solution, We leveraged on the invaluable experience of the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, the premier Agri Institute of India, and also connected us with the Michigan State University, both of whom have agreed to serve as our knowledge partners.
Zaraat has shaped into a 5-step community model where we identify relevant farming communities, mobilize the farmers, innovate and set up our storage solution, identify and train an entrepreneur to serve as the warehouse manager, and collaborate with B2B organizations to streamline selling.
Farmers can now store their harvest on a pay-as-you-store basis for a minimal amount of $0.01 per kg per day without having to bear the entire cost of the storage. 70% of the revenue generated is distributed amongst our entrepreneurs, thereby raising their income, while the remaining 30% is utilized for recouping the initial investment and expanding to other communities. This model ensures the sustainability of our project. However, we did not stop here. Aiming to subsequently bridge the gaps in food nutrition and quality, we have set up composting bins in our farming communities. The compost thus produced out of crop residue will help boost production and substitute the use of fertilizers. This has allowed us to create a zero waste model and ensure healthier consumption for the end users.
Seeing our zeal and passion for social entrepreneurship, the coveted Adani Foundation has agreed to serve as our financial partner. With their support, we were successful in conducting soil testing in the accredited laboratories of our channel partner, Kisan Helpline, where soil was tested for quality on 14 parameters. The results were then used to provide consultancy to farmers regarding how to enhance the soil health. To further this vision of a self-sufficient India, we plan to add the elements of agro-processing and solar dryers under the bed of Zaraat.
Zaraat has now become a harbinger of hope for 250 farmers across 3 states in India by generating a revenue of $12,000, fulfilling 8 out of 17 UN SDGs, reducing post-harvest losses by 60% and increasing farmers' revenue by 20%. Leaving no stone unturned, we plan to set numerous farmers on a journey towards a more sustainable lifestyle and higher standard of living. We are in Aptis, Delhi College of Arts and Commerce. And this is Project Zaraat.
Thank you to the presenting team. We may now begin the question and answer session. Judges, you may ask questions.
Could you please be more specific on the price of the cooling storage?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for the answer, sir. So the storage costs anywhere around $120, and we procure it through our storage partner with whom we have worked for over several months, and we have developed that storage according to the needs of a community.
Can you please explain how you go into these villages and recruit farmers and the educational process?
Thank you for the question, sir. So, sir, initially we conduct various farmer mobilization drives, and we go into these communities and interact with these farmers through a head of the community so that we are able to let them know about our cause better and interact with them in a proper way.
Great idea and presentation. Thank you. Could you talk to us a little bit about scalability? What are some of the limitations your team will be facing?
Sure, ma'am. So the limitations that we have identified, let's say in the next 3 years, is that reaching out to more communities. But we have also found a solution for the same. So we have a community-based model in which we establish the storage. And in a span of 6 months, we are able to recoup our initial investment. And after that, we transfer the ownership of the storage to that particular entrepreneur. So after that, we don't have to intervene in that, and we just have to be there, as a support. And thus we can replicate this model, pan India, and also take it internationally, very soon. So that's our plan as of now.
We have a question from our virtual judge. Wonderful presentation. How has the farmer community embraced the costs associated with storage? How much money does this need to generate to keep the project moving forward?
Thank you so much for the question. So like I said, the storage costs are $120, and we are currently charging the farmers on a pay-as-you-rent basis. So we charge $0.01 per day per kg from the farmer. So there is no initial burden, a financial burden on the farmer to invest the entire amount. That is taken care by the Enactus team. And
Thank you, University of Delhi College in the Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, may we please give them a round of applause. Your presentation has ended. Our last presentation is from the finalist team of Ramjas College, India.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
It has been 75 years since India won the struggle for independence. Yet, the shackles of poverty, hunger, and unemployment make it hard for us to answer the question even today. Is India really free?
With 820 million chronically hungry people, hunger remains the #1 cause of death in the world. India is home to 46.6 million stunted children, significantly lacking in essential nutrients. Over 7,000 Indians die out of hunger every single day. It is no doubt that stubble burning is a major contributor to the air pollution that is rising at the rate of 18% every year. Apart from this, 5,600 tons of plastic waste is generated in India daily, a huge portion of which comes from the dining cutlery.
We wanted to change this picture, and that is how Project Varak came into being. Varak aims to tackle the problem of food insecurity, air pollution, and unemployment by making one-of-a-kind biodegradable plates that promote nutritional and environmental welfare.
Our innovative product, Varak plates, are biodegradable, special, eco-friendly plates made of post-consumer materials, which includes stubble and agricultural waste. These plates are embedded with vegetable seeds that will ultimately be sown in the soil and grow into plants.
In order to efficiently execute our idea, we outsource training from labs dealing in stubble plates and expand our business through synergies among organizations and local governing bodies.
With the aim of achieving zero hunger, we have created new sustainable access to adequate plant-based food supply for 4,000 people. Varak has not only provided employment to 6 of our beneficiaries, but also impacted 6 other gardeners after usage work. Around 3,850 kgs of carbon footprints has been reduced.
Our project operates as both a B2B and B2C model, thereby spawning a vivid customer base of more than 800 individuals, generating a cumulative yearly revenue of $1,349. Out of the total revenue generated, $1,020 is the cost of carrying out the project, while $329 is our operational profit. The cost savings through our method is a staggering $953. Out of the total income, 50% is given to our beneficiaries, 40% is reinvested in Enactus Ramjas, while 10% is given to the remaining collaborators. We have indirectly impacted around 3,950 individuals through our awareness sessions and social media outreach. Team Varak has been appreciated by the Ministry of Commerce and recognized by publications in The Hindu and The Times of India. ETV Bharat News has also covered us.
Varak takes pride in having been able to significantly help and uplift the farmer community alongside our beneficiaries that are local gardeners. We have opened doors for a sustainable livelihood for them through this source of income and simultaneously contributed towards the fulfillment of two sustainable development goals, namely SDG 2, Zero Hunger,
and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production.
या ऐसा है कि जो हम फसल बोते हैं और कई बार लोग जला देते हैं तो हम उसको जलाते नहीं, हम उसका यूजिंग करते हैं, जैसे कि प्लेट बना देते हैं और बहुत सारी जगह जो यूज भी होती है और बजाय प्लास्टिक के जो गलता नहीं है जो पोल्यूशन फैलाता है.
In the coming year, we plan to work with 60+ schools and Anganwadis. Targeting schools with midday meal schemes, we envision to expand our reach to 50 North Indian villages, housing 100 schools in totality, and freeing roughly around 70,000 lives from hunger poverty. Through reconceptualizing the utility of paddy straw by processing them into seed plates, we aim to prevent 12 metric tons of carbon dioxide while replanting 15 lakh plus trees.
In our journey towards achieving zero hunger, we, as a part of Project Varak, have realized that change starts with us. Varak has been a continuous source of learnings and new experiences. The extensive R&D, on-field visits, and wholesome interactions with our beneficiaries have only further fueled us to take action. We are obliged to have gotten to this stage and together dream to change the face of nutrition through healthy and homegrown.
Thank you, Enactus Ramjas India, for the presentation. Judges, you may ask questions. We have a question from our virtual judge. Very innovative project. What is the most significant challenge with scaling this solution?
Thank you for the question. I hope I'm audible to you. We actually do not really have any such challenge that we like to call the biggest. We think that every challenge that we have been overcoming is something which significantly impacts and helps us in this process. But if I would narrow it down, one of the major ones that we face, it would be regarding our germination rate. While it took us a lot of effort and hard work to convince the clients that we reached to with an idea which was not really as mainstream as you would think, the bigger challenge came once they actually took our product, but we realized that the yield that we're getting is 1 on 5, which means 20% per plate. We have been running research and development regarding that. We have received immense support from our collaborators, Green Deers, and the schools that we have collaborated with regarding this. So I think it's a challenge we are still overcoming and is one of the biggest ones that we face. Another small challenge that we face, which I'd like to bring into limelight, would be regarding the area where we sow our plates. Since we provide these to schools, there is limited area where we can actually plant these and have our seeds grow. So these would be the major challenges and limitations that we have been trying to overcome.
Generally speaking, how long does the seed embedded disposable cutlery last?
Thank you for the question. I hope I'm audible to you. I would like to answer that question. So the process of making a plate is very simple. We generally convert stubble into plates, converting stubble into finer particles, after which we add cohesives in it. Then we convert it into pulp and mold it into the different shape and sizes through the DIY machines of our own. And then we left it for drying. We also add the acrylic colors in it, and also add some of the colors in it and finishing in it, through which we last our colors in it. Thank you.
Your time is expired. Judges, please help me thank the presenter.
Thank you.
Now, how about that for impact? Another round of applause for all our 4 finalists for today. All presentations in our race competitions have ended. Judges, please take 5 minutes to rank the teams that presented today on the judging platform. You may drag and drop the teams in the order in which you wish to rank them, with 1 being the highest rank and 4 being the lowest rank. Once you do so, kindly click submit once. So we shall give our judges just 5 minutes to conclude, and then we continue with our program. May we please minimize our noise so that the judges can concentrate and rank us? Judges, if you are done, if you may please show by raise of hands. All right, whilst our judges are finalizing, it is estimated that 800 million people around the world, roughly 10 times the population of New York City, faced hunger last year. I'm sure we all know with the outbreak of COVID-19, the outbreak of the pandemic, a lot of people were left in unfortunate circumstances. So coupled with that, some food prices also started to rise because of the pandemic. And also there's grain shortage resulting from the war that is currently happening in Ukraine. And hence, making strides towards solving world hunger has become a complex task, which is why as enactors, we do not take all the efforts that you're making as enactors teams towards solving that problem. We don't take that for granted. Now we have invited our Race to Feed the Planet sponsor, ADM Biosolutions, to give us a presentation on their thoughts on some of the projects that we've done and the impact that we have made. A brief background of ADM Biosolutions. It is one of the world's largest nutrition companies with service lines for human and animal nutrition, industrial biosolutions, pharma services, and transportation logistics. They committed to a 25% reduction in their Scope 3 GHG emissions by 2035. That includes, among other topics, sustainable agriculture and ethical ingredient sourcing. Here from ADM Biosolutions is Global Marketing Director, Jan Wernick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause as he comes up front. We can keep clapping until we get here.
Turn it on? Yeah, thank you. So I was going to make a presentation and talk about me for a second, but you know what? What impressed me today was the ingenuity of the teams, whether it's the plates and the recyclable plates with seeds embedded, or whether it's the dryer from Germany or other solutions. For me, it's really important to see these local things because we're a global multinational company, globally about $85 billion, but we are not as agile as you are. And that's impressive. You come up with small, they're actually not small, they're big. They're actually ideas to solve a problem on a local scale, and you think global, because everything we do here in the small little things matter globally, because Danita said it as well, 830 million people, short of 1 billion people, are going hungry. Now, ADM is a global food company. We're one of the largest in the world. There's a lot of others out there. We don't produce direct food like most of the brand owners, but we are actually in the food chain. We're all regenerative ag. We actually do a lot of logistics, and we process a lot of seeds. We crush oil. So we do a lot of ingredient production to help feed the planet. But let me give you a short little video about our company, and then I'll come back with a couple of statistics and facts.
In an ever-evolving world, we face nutritional challenges that are more dynamic and multifaceted than ever. Challenges that require solutions to make the promise of nutrition accessible and enjoyable to billions of people in millions of different ways. Challenges that require game-changing innovation, matched with tried and tested know-how. Challenges that demand reaching across continents and cultures. Challenges that call for ingredients from nature that enrich the lives of people and the animals they care for. Challenges that require creativity, flexibility, and foresight. These are the challenges ADM is made for. We are multifaceted and always advancing, full of insight, ingenuity, and possibilities that span the globe. We empower food's journey through every stage of the nutrition supply chain, from the harvest to homes around the world, and from the seed of an idea to full formula solutions that anticipate emerging demands. We connect the dots between nature and nourish, unlocking new paths to growth with bold ideas that put fresh opportunities on the table. We bring flavor to life, delivering a breadth of ingredient solutions that provide an edge that scales across large businesses and small startups. We are a beautifully diverse team, and we bring together unrivaled expertise that spans specialties, categories, and the globe.
We are one company, dedicated to doing so much for so many, from our customers and employees to farmers, animals, communities, and the planet. We serve culture. We nourish new ideas. We forward health and wellness. We drive sustainability. We feed the future. By unlocking nature, we unleash boundless potential to enrich life in every facet. We are ADM, unlocking nature, enriching life.
So we just mentioned it already. Hunger is a massive problem. COVID-19, the crisis in Ukraine, they're contributing to the issue. And everyone has a role to play in helping to avert the hunger, which is a world's catastrophe coming. It's happening as we speak, and it's only growing. So just to put things in perspective, there are about 7 billion people today, but we're going to grow to 10 billion people in 2050. That means that we as a society have to feed the planet in the next 30 years more than we've ever done in the past 8,000 years. And those numbers are staggering. I like the words efficiency, food efficiency, production efficiency, but also creative ways of reducing waste. These are all things that are absolutely important in the value chain of food production. And we as ADM are trying to do our best as well to contribute that. And these ideas that you're bringing forward through the race and enactors, and they're super critical because they start as little seeds and they grow into bigger opportunities. And I think it's extremely important that we collaborate, and that's why I think enactors is a fantastic forum to bring these ideas together and to bring them to life, bring them to the limelight, and create opportunities for these ideas to grow. So it's been said over and over, food is fundamental, and we as ADM believe that everyone has the right for food. Everyone has the right to sustain their lives. Food is extremely important because it feeds our well-being. Its health and wellness is impacted by food availability or lack of availability. We have access to nutrition, and we believe it's absolutely vital that everyone has access to nutrition, not just food, but nutritious food. Empty calories are not good. So we need to make sure that we feed the planet with nutrition and nutritious food. So we as ADM, we're trying to connect with a number of global trends. And what you're seeing nowadays with Ukraine, for example, with the grain issues, 128 ships are being blocked in the harbor. Food security is extremely important. And we do that through our logistics. We have our own fleet, we have our own processing capability, so we backwards integrate all the way into food through our logistics operations, but we also process our food. You think about corn, wheat, soy, all the products that we produce on scale, and we turn them into nutritious elements, whether it's in beverages or food items or bakery products. You go to the store and you buy these products, but there's ingredients in them. Those ingredients come from plants. We manage the farmers. We work collaboratively with the farmers. So they actually produce the food in a very sustainable way. And that's what we call regenerative ag programs. So we're helping farmers to understand to use less biocides, to reduce the water consumption, to do the logistics better. So you have a much less waste in the whole process. So we're trying to do everything behind the scene, not just produce material and then sell it, but also the logistics behind it and everything that goes in behind the scene of food production. And that's what we're trying to connect with. So those are our three major areas where we focus our energy around. And besides that, as a company, and we're a food orientation company, we actually have a program called ADM Cares. It's connected to the UN SDGs around hunger relief, education, and sustainable agriculture. And this is what we've achieved. And this is an employee-driven program. All employees, the 38,000 people at ADM contribute to this, where we actually have a program that really focuses on delivering meals to people. We actually focus on emergency assistance. You think about some of the hurricanes or other natural disasters, people all of a sudden go hungry. We provide food for them. We have actually helped 650,000 farmers through our regenerative ag programs, whether in North America, Europe, Latin America, or Asia Pacific. We help farmers be more educated so they can do a better job in delivering food and have less waste, higher crop yields, et cetera, et cetera. We're also supporting a lot of educational efforts. We supported about 8 million people through proper ag and STEM programs. So people that start becoming a farmer or start being active in the food production chain are more educated. They understand where the pitfalls are. And that's why I think the connectivity to the programs that we've seen today, but also the other races, there's a lot of overlap, is super critical that companies like us are connected to programs like this at the grassroots level. So some people ask me, why are you connected to Enactus? And this is our first year as a global sponsor. And we believe that we're connected through a number of areas. One is we work together to create a better world. And it's not just us as a corporation, as a business doing it. We need to reach out to smaller organizations, nonprofit organizations, student initiatives, because there's a lot of innovation that happens at the lower level. I really like the idea about the dryer and the ingenuity and the simplicity behind it. It creates a lot of opportunities for simple solutions in the field. There's a lot of other ideas out there. And I think by taking these small ideas and implementing into big corporation are extremely valuable. So working together is an important one. I think innovation remains a massive driver. It's been said in the earlier session today that competition feeds innovation. I think it proves again that the 4 finalists did a fantastic job of coming up with different approaches to food security, the logistics, the efficiency process, et cetera, et cetera. So innovation is really, really important for us, whether it's production, farming, harvesting, et cetera, et cetera. Innovation remains a key driver to tackle the food challenges ahead of us. And then local solutions are super critical because you can't do anything from North America and impact Europe. Europe cannot impact Latin America, and Latin America can't impact Africa. Solutions need to be local. That's why I think this whole Enactus, I wasn't aware of Enactus as an organization until I got involved. And then you all of a sudden see the spread and the reach of Enactus globally. And it's impressive because then you can start impacting and make a difference locally. And I think think local, act global is really a theme that is super important. And with an organization like Enactus, it's extremely powerful to create local ideas. And you can see some of the similarities that were already here today about talking about efficiency in the logistics. Let's marry those ideas and let's bring them to life, and let's work with corporates, society, and figure out ways to make these ideas turn into realistic and scalable ideas. I think that the potential is there, and we as a company want to support it and feed into it. And that's why we're connected to Enactus and Race to Feed the Planet, because we're a food company and we have all the background, but we don't have the agility, the ingenuity, and the localization that you guys have shown already today. So kudos to the teams. Well, I think the judges are now done, and I hope we get the results fairly quickly now. Congratulations and good luck to everybody in the races.
You know the drill. Another round of applause as I am coming up. Thank you very much, Jan, for that discussion and presentation. I'm sure we can all see how critical it is for us to continue on this trajectory. As I have mentioned earlier on, that as Enactus only, apart from all the other people that are making various efforts towards this, we have made an impact of over 1.3 million people when it comes to food sustainability and agricultural practices that are sustainable. For those of us that know the England's Wembley Stadium, that's enough to fill it up by 15 times more. So I think that is a massive impact for us to do as students. And I look forward to all the things that we're going to do coming into the next year and seeing the sustainable practices in terms of agriculture that we're going to be doing. I'm sure from the presentations, judges, that you've seen some students are even going forward to solving other challenges such as plastic and turning that and plunging into food sustainability so that at least by 2030, I think it's an achievable goal that we can reach zero hunger by 2030. And that speaks to the amazing work that all of us are doing in one way or another. I think we deserve to give ourselves a round of applause for that. Let's clap for ourselves once more. So this marks the end of our competition Race to Feed the Planet. I encourage you all to continue on your trajectory into making the world a better place for us all, especially looking at goals such as SDG number 2 and number 3, where you're looking at all these sustainable practices for agriculture and giving more people that are in unfortunate situations than ourselves. So if you're as encouraged, as motivated by enactors like me, I say continue on your path with integrity, with passion, reach as many people as you can, and in the end, the world will become a better place for all. My name is Tinoda. It has been such a pleasure hosting you this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and good luck.
We don't know what the future holds for us. We keep losing grip as the balance shifts. It's complicated. We've traveled through the highs and lows. Forever is ahead, we know. But I'm tired of the ghosts. Feel so hollow in your bones. You know I don't wanna be alone. Yeah.